Great way to start out the week, or start out the Tuesday anyway, with all my favorite people, all my favorite organizations. Congratulations on being awarded funding in this program. But I really believe and have always said that the nonprofit sector in our county is essential, and COVID showed that, made it really obvious to everybody. But we've always known it, you've always known it, and we're going to continue this program, and we're going to continue growing it. In fact, we're going to be expanding this work at Crownsville, where we have 41 Community Place, and Jen Purcell has done a lot of work on setting up what is going to be like it's going to be called the Nonprofit Center at 41 Community Place. And we talked about it as an incubator at one point, an accelerator at one point. Basically, it's a nonprofit center, and I think all of you will benefit whether you have staff there or not. So you'll be hearing more about that soon. But this program has been around, something like the County Executives Community Support Grant Program, for a number of administrations, and it's gone up and down in terms of funding. It's never been as high as it is now. It was at one point sent out into the agency, so it wasn't centralized. We wanted to bring it back and centralize it and make sure that it was well funded, and then we were able to increase the funding during COVID. So we got up to that $2 million level last year, and we're able to. We weren't planning to stay there. We didn't think we could this year, but we did, and we'll stay there as long as we can. Can't make promises about the amount, but as we sort of grew the program and people learned more about it, more organizations came to us with proposals, and the committee that went through all the proposals did a lot of work. We had 150 proposals for $7 million worth of really good projects that were applied for. So the 69 of you that got funded for the $2 million, congratulations. You had to fight for it. You had to prove yourselves. You had to do really good. You had to really do good work to get here. The categories, I think most of you know, that we're trying to address, it's not everything in the nonprofit sector. There's a lot in the nonprofit sector that we're not funding through this program, but that are very worthy organizations. But we are funding services to underserved populations, health and well-being of communities, equity and inclusion work, and opportunity gap and education work. And so all of you, in some way, are doing that. And the team that goes through these applications, there's a very complicated system that they use, and there are all kinds of spreadsheets. I get to look at them at the end, but it's really led by Jen Purcell and Aaron Karpowitz. Aaron does the work at ACDS. Aaron manages these grants. Aaron and ACDS are your partner in this. And I've got to say that Arundel Community Development Services has grown exponentially, partly as a result of federal money, partly as a result of this administration really believes in what they're doing. They now have the Housing Trust Fund to manage as well, so there are affordable housing delivery partners working with the private sector and nonprofits to do that, and they do a lot of grant programs as well. So thank you, Aaron. I want to bring you up, but also thank aging and disabilities, folks who were agencies that had somebody on the review committee were Aging and Disabilities, Department of Social Services, Partnership for Children, Youth, and Families. These are your favorite agencies, I'm sure. Department of Health, and the Mental Health Agency. So thank you to all of them for their work, and come on up, Aaron, and tell us what we need to know. Actually, why don't you do it, and then I'll read off all the names of all the organizations that are here when you're done.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Mr. County Executive. We are really excited about this, and we really appreciate your commitment to this program and to the nonprofit partners that are here today. Since my organization, Arundel Community Development Services, took over administering these grants in FY24, you, with the support of the County Council, have really grown this program. I think when we took over, we were administering about $671,000 a year. Now it's grown to $2 million. So that's an amazing investment in this partnership. So. In addition to all the other wonderful investments in helping, especially our low and moderate income communities and our underserved communities, our nonprofit partners are really doing the essential work and complementing the work that us health and human service agencies are doing, and we appreciate that. As COVID came, we really saw the value in our community partners on the ground, and that need unfortunately hasn't necessarily subsided since COVID's gone down, but it's really kind of elevated how important it is to have all you on the ground as partners. I'd also like to thank my Health and Human Service colleagues that County Executive Pittman mentioned, and Dr. Jennifer Purcell from his office, who were really instrumental in this review process. And then, of course, my awesome staff at ACDS, who you know most of in your work with them so far. We have Laura Schaefer, and we have Tracy Mullery, who are really working with everybody to get your grant agreements up and running. But they also really did the process as we put up the review process and the application process. They were the ones combing through those 150 grant applications with a fine-tooth comb to make sure all the I's were dotted and T's were crossed. So thank you to them. And we also have Sarah Haddad, who's an intern working with us this summer and who might be reaching out to. Sarah, raise your hand. And then also Elisha Harding Blaine, who is our new assistant planning director. Elisha's over there, so you may be seeing more of him. And so they'll be reaching out to you. They'll be working with you to get the scopes of works finalized for your grant agreements. And those should be coming together in the next month so we can hit the ground running. They are there throughout the year to answer your questions about invoicing. We also, as most of you know, we had an application technical assistance training, and then we had a new grantee onboarding training. Those are recorded, and so if you missed one for some reason, we can make those available to you. So just reach out and let us know. And our team is around. If you have questions or need contact information, please reach out. And then last but not least, thank you to all of our nonprofit organizations for the incredible work that you do on the ground, helping us provide our essential services. And I just want to mention one of our grantees this year. A special thank you to the Chesapeake Arts Center and Donna Anderson. Are you here? Where are you, Donna? Donna, hi. Thank you, Donna. This is an amazing space. Thank you for hosting us. For those of you who don't know, Chesapeake Arts Center is our arts jewel of the North. It's an amazing anchor institution here. They provide a lot of visual and performing arts programming and instruction. One of the things that I'm most excited about that they do is they provide scholarships to young people who want to take advantage of the ballet classes or the visual arts classes or musical instruction, and it's a great way to involve people from the surrounding community in the arts. And then they're always generous with their space and resources when we have critical initiatives like this or strategic planning sessions or community charrettes that we want to do. So if you haven't seen the Art Center, Donna is going to be around at the end of this, and she's happy to give folks a tour. They have an amazing gallery when you first walk in the space, and they've got a new exhibit there, so please check that out. And I also, finally, last but not least, want to mention that we have Trish Sanborn is here from the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County, and Trish reminded me one of the things that community support grants are funding this year is a wonderful Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Conference. Last year, we funded it to support DEI work for arts organizations. This year, I think maybe because of some of my nudging, because it was so amazing last year, I said, can we open it up to all of our grantees, regardless if they're an arts organization or not, because this is a huge need. And they said, sure thing, if we get the funding, and they were awarded funding. And so, so that conference, what is it, August 17th. It's going to be here at the Arts Center, and you can get registration information on the Arts Council website. My team will send that around with some follow-up today, along with links to our trainings that I mentioned. So with that, I don't have anything else. I think we're gonna call everybody up. So if folks could get up, and County Executive Pittman is going to present us with a collective check for $2 million. And if you could come up and just join us behind the podium, we'll get a nice little photo op for everybody. Thank you.
Actually, how about this? How about this?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna read off the organizations, and you just come on up when I read your organization.
Thank
and
you.
then hopefully
I'm sorry.
that'll get everybody.
About that. Yes.
And
Perfect.
and you know, before I do that, I just want to say that some people might question why all of the grants are going to organizations that are dealing with income disparities, with poverty, with equity, with opportunity gap, and the reason is that it benefits the whole county. That the greatest challenge that we have as a county, I think as a country, our economy, that the disparities have grown so much. And if we don't address those disparities, we as a community don't move forward economically. I had dinner with the head of the Federal Reserve of Richmond, who really had spent a day in Anne Arundel County looking at our economy, at our economics. And we talked about almost nothing but the disparities. If we don't address the disparities, the people who are hurt the most during COVID, the people who are hurt the most during crises, then we fail. Our businesses need a workforce that is educated, that has good housing, that has good, that has childcare, and is in good health. So that's why this program is done this way. So I am going to read you HEROES, the organization names, and each of you come up. And I'm going to start with the A's and work our way down. Accessible Resources for Independence, Inc. This is actually, and second is Hope House, which is listed as addiction recovery. Anybody who's in the recovery world, I know you had a late night last night. Thank you for being here this morning at the County Council. So come on up. Alkebulan, Inc., Annapolis All-Stars, Annapolis Area Immigration Library, Annapolis Immigration Justice Network, Annapolis Pride, Anne Arundel County and City of Annapolis Community Emergency Response Teams, the CERT folks, Anne Arundel County CASA, Inc., Anne Arundel County Literacy Council, Arts Council of Anne Arundel County, Arundel House of Hope, Arundel Rivers Federation. Thank you for helping with our first Anne Arundel River Days on Sunday. You'll hear more about that. Assistance League of the Chesapeake, Banneker Douglas Museum Foundation, Bello Macre, Boys and Girls Club of Annapolis and Anne Arundel County, Center of Help or Centro de Ayuda, Charting Careers, Chase Braxton Health Service, Chase Your Dreams Initiative, Chesapeake Arts Center. Yes, I'm sorry I did not recognize the Chesapeake Arts Center in the beginning. That was an amazing facility here. Chesapeake CRAB, Chesapeake Region Accessible Boating, Children's Theater of Annapolis, Chrysalis House, Club 164, Co-op Arundel, First Baptist Church of Annapolis, Greater Baybrook Alliance, Heritage Community Church, Hope for All, Howard County Autism Society, iCommunity Connection Services, Junior Achievement of Central Maryland, Kind, Inc., and we're only on the K's. Can you believe that? Kingdom Care, Inc., Langton Green, Inc., Leadership Anne Arundel, Leading by Feeding, Luminous Health, Luminous Network, Marshall Hope Corporation, Maryland Hall for the Creative Arts, Maryland Reentry Resource Center, next page. All right, we're on the M's now. Maryland Therapeutic Riding, National Alliance on Mental Illness, Anne Arundel, NAMI, Newtown Community Development Corporation, OIC of Anne Arundel County, Opportunity Builders, OLA, Organization of Hispanic Latin American and Latin Americans of Anne Arundel County, Partners in Care Maryland, Providence of Maryland, Rise and Shine, Seeds for Success, Senior Dog Sanctuary, Serenity Sisters, STARE, Street Angel Project, Superior Future, the Anne Arundel Conflict Resolution Center, the Arc of the Central Chesapeake Region, the Ballet Theater of Maryland. Oh, they put T's in front of these, that's why they're all at T. The Chesapeake Language Project, the Complete Player Charity, the Lighthouse, Toys for Tots, Wiley Bates Legacy Center, Woods Community Center in Severna Park, World Class Grads Maryland, Young YMCA, to read that one out. That was the last one with Wise. Congratulations, everybody. And come on down if we missed you.
You want to do this check?
All right, so what are we doing here?
I guess we're going to just do a photo op with the check, like.
Are we going to do a photo up here and one outside?
Oh,
Is that the
right.
plan? Yeah, we've got everybody. We'll do one here, then we're going to do one out by the mural. You know. All right, so how do we do this? Do you want to stand over
Sure,
here?
yeah, I'll stand in front of the podium.
Okay. Or check.
I'm fine.
All right, everybody ready to smile?